everybody, welcome into another stream. Hi. Hi, chat. Hello. Hi. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi. Hi. Hello. Hello. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hi. Hello. Is the music still too loud or is it good enough? I don't fully know. Hi. Wow!
Exict_night XX welcome to the Demon Dogs. Praise be Mizu-sama Mizuki 121 bounce Mizuki 121 wiggly.
Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you, thank you! Hi Mizu, how's your night going? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I got a crazy headache as soon as I started stream, but you know what? We'll power through. We'll power through. It'll be fine. Surely. Oh, I actually have to write that in my little book. Wait, give me a second. Give me a second. I gotta write that in my little book. Bum 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 bum. Today is the 24th. Yes. Okay. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I had to do that before I'd forget. And then if I forgot, then it would be like, FA! So, I've been told to write down all of the symptoms I have in a little book. And that's what I have to do. That's what I have to do. Health stuff. Whatever. You guys don't care. Anyway. Hi! Couldn't understand the TTS? What? Did it not say? Hello, Hound! Welcome in. Well, we kinda care. It's nothing too crazy. Welcome in, Pancakes! Welcome in, thank you for the follow. Welcome to my Requiem and welcome to the Demon Dogs. Thank you. But yeah. Hi. Didn't sound like what I typed. Well, I don't know how to fix that. Let's hope that the headache disappears and you get better. That's what I hope too. That's what I hope too. Guys, I have a fun story to talk about before we get into anything. So this last weekend, Mizu, I almost said Mika. I was looking at Mika and I almost said Mika. No, Mizu went out. I went out and I did some errands, right? And I went to my comic shop that I normally go to, and I need to turn down the music because I can barely hear myself think. Okay. I went to the little comic shop that I usually go to, right? Because I had a comic waiting for me. And I asked the goat this comic shop. He knows me as the Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes girl. And I come in and I go, Sir, may I please procure all of your Winter Soldier Bucky Barnes products? And then he goes, nobody has said that name in 10 million years. Let's see what I have. And then he has to go searching for it. Anyway, he keeps me in the back of his head because not a lot of people ask for that specific character, apparently. I am the only one ever. But I digress. I asked him, I was like, hey, there's a variant cover. If you guys don't know what variant covers are it's a issue of the comic, but with a different artist cameo as the cover art. That's what a comic variant means. That's what it is. That's what that is, right? We'll get more onto it with my comic yapping stream, which will happen later in the week. Anyway, there is a variant where it has the majority of the Avengers cast and Bucky on the front, right in the top left-hand side. He's right there, right in the like center left of the composition, and I go, I want that one. Is it possible? If you have that variant in stock, may I please have one? And he was like, yeah, let me see what I can do. I come over, I'm all excited because the comic came out. I thought it was a much easier variant to get. It is not. It is a 1 in 27 chance to get it. It's like more rare. It's more rare. So he was like, yeah, sorry, I couldn't get you the variant you wanted. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh no, it's okay. I'll take the regular one anyway because I collect everything with Bucky in it, despite it's just the extra plus that he would be on the cover, but it's totally understandable, you know, like I'll just get my one comic and I'll leave. And he goes, no, wait. He goes, no, wait. And it's like the Woody, like, let him cook image. And he's like, no, wait. Wait a second here. And then he goes into the back. And he pulls out two, I almost said the wrong series. He pulls out 2 Hawkeye and the Winter Soldier, like, Tale of Suspense comic books. And I am losing my mind. I am like, what? Because those are so hard for me to find. They're so hard for me to find. I know I could probably order them online, but at the same time, it's easier finding them in comic shops because you can find them at a decent price and you won't have to pay shipping, you know? And shipping is a pain in my ass. Shipping is a pain in my ass. So I would much rather find it at my local comic shop than order it online. Plus, I'm supporting smaller businesses that way, and I don't have to spend, you know, $14 for one comic. That's like a crazy amount of money for a back issue comic. Like, no, I am not doing that. So my goat comes out with 2 issues of the 5 that I'm missing. Well, actually it was 4. I have one of them already. But he's like, here, as a gift for not being able to give you that Bucky variant. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I was so happy. I was feeling really bad that day because of health reasons, but that made me really happy. That made me really happy. So now I'm only missing 2 more issues of the Tales of Suspense Hawkeye and Winter Soldier series, and then I have the full set. And then on top of all of that, I asked my goat, I was like, hey, I know this is also, you've been so kind to me and you've been the actual goat, but is it perchance possible if I could ask something crazy of you? I don't know if you'd be able to do it, but I'd rather ask and know than rather not knowing and never know. And he's like, yeah, lay it on me. What do you need? And I go, okay, so there's this game franchise I really love, and it's like my favorite thing ever, right? And he's like, okay. And I'm like, they're releasing a manga version of their CGI movie, like into a manga adaptation version. It's the story of the movie into a manga. And he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, yeah, it's coming out in September. Is there any chance that we could order one in for me? And he goes, hold up, let me check. And he goes and he taps on his little computer. I'm standing there awkwardly because I'm just like, I'm asking so much of this very nice man and I'm just wasting everybody's time. And he comes back around. He comes back around and he goes, yeah, we can get it. You'll get your order in October. And I go, oh, really? And he goes, yeah, we can do that. And I'm like, I'm just like, thank you so much, thank you so much. So on top of getting 2 of the back issue comics that I've been trying so hard to find, I am also, on top of that, getting the Resident Evil Death Island manga. Yeah! I'm so happy. It feels almost like I have a dealer for comics. Like, that's my goat right there. He's like, we just got the new supply in. Mizu, would you like to procure the Bucky selection? Yes, I would. Yes, I would. But yeah, I felt like I had to talk about that real quick because I was just so excited. I was just so excited to talk about it. It just made me very happy. It filled my heart with much joy. So much joy. Anyway, let me say my hellos. I'm sorry, I was too busy yapping that I wasn't actually reading chat because I had to... Sometimes when I really need to lock in on a story, I need to not look at you guys so I can get all my words out. Nothing against you guys. I'm just ADHD as fuck. I'll just get distracted and I'll forget what I was talking about. Anyway. Hi Wicked, hi Merciless, hello Mr. Knight, hello Nimby, hello Hound, hello Fen, hello Matthew, hello Freeran, hello Deanne. I think I got everybody. Oh, hello Silver! Hello! Hello Q! Dun, 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 dun. I think I got everybody. Hi, good story, Mizu. Thank you. Capcom finally deciding to work after his vacation with sales of Resident Evil Requiem. More! It's supposed to look like Roblox. What about what? What about Roblox? Hi. Sorry, I was missing chats. Salutation, Mizu-sama. Hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you, Q. I love your model, especially the ponytails. Thank you. If you guys like this model a lot, you guys are really gonna like the new one we have in store. Roblox watch? Oh, Rolex watch. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. How's Mizu feeling today? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tired. I'm a little low energy today. But we're gonna pretend I'm not. I'll fake it till I make it. Mizu-sama's cute. I'm not cute! I'm evil and terrifying. The most evilest creature you've ever met. Dyslexia hits again. It always does, huh? It always does. Did you guys see the Nightcrawler leaks? I would just like to say, you guys all made fun of me for thinking that Nightcrawler was gonna be a strategist. If it ends up being true and he ends up being a strategist, I need a full 100-word apology. Not 100 pages, 100-word apology from every single one of you who doubted me. 100-word apology. Cutest evil puppy. I'm not cute! Take out the cute and you're correct. Anyway, those of you who doubted, I'd like to see a 100-word apology on my desk by whenever he releases, which I don't know if he's coming out first or second, but knowing Marvel Rivals, they love to make the more anticipated character come out second. So they're probably gonna release. I'm gonna call it here. They're gonna release Gore first, and Gore I hope is gonna be a Vanguard, but I highly doubt it. Knowing Marvel Rivals, I feel like he's actually gonna be DPS, even though I would love for him to be a Vanguard. And then they're gonna release Nightcrawler at 10.5. That's what's gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. I love pea strings. It just refreshes my brain. They're yummy. They're yummy. They're up there on my tier list of drinks. Nagor should be a Vanguard. I think he should be too. I think he should be too. Don't worry, I'm on your side. I just feel like Marvel Rivals is gonna do something. They're gonna do something. They're gonna add in another DPS somewhere because they're gonna start whining. They're gonna start crying and whining. And I hope it's not my boy Kurt. My boy Kurt would never. He would never. You would be a strategist and you'd be able to teleport your team members out of the fight. It'll be nice. Hello, Blythe, welcome in. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, today's stream is going to be the start of the Mizu-verse. Today's stream is going to be the start of the Mizu-verse. Whoever... Des! Hello, Des! It's been a while. Hopefully you've been doing good. Hi. Anyway, guys, whoever is going to be in charge of my wiki, I apologize. Whoever... I don't even know if we have somebody in charge of my wiki. I had to edit my own wiki when I changed my model and everything. Whoever wants to volunteer to be in charge of the Mizu wiki, be prepared, because I do not wish my creative liberty to be stuffed into a box. So therefore, I am creating the Mizu-verse. I'm creating the Mizu-verse, which is multiple Mizukis throughout different timelines, doing different jobs and different lives. Different lives, but they're all Mizuki. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Very busy with a lot of things? That's okay, no worries. No worries, no worries. But yeah, that's what's happening. So today, we're gonna be writing out my lore. We're gonna be writing out my lore. I'm gonna lock in, and we're gonna write out my lore. So, this is gonna be a spoiler-heavy stream. Mizuki Akemi across the Mizu-verse. Literally, that's what I want. That's what I want. I do not want to put myself in a box and only be able to do, like, magical girl things. As much as I love my magical girl things, I also want to branch out and do a whole bunch of different outfits and different styles and things. I want to do a whole bunch of different things. But yeah, if you don't want to be spoiled for the next model debut, you're gonna still get a lot of the good stuff. It's just that I'm gonna be telling you the story of kind of what's happening. Because I don't know. I want to do more creative streams of just, like, yapping out my thoughts and ideas and, like, bouncing things off of chat. Whether you guys think things are too hokey or sounds nice or sounds poop. And we don't want it to sound poop. I love lore. Good. I already have a fanfic of all the Mizu-samas just hanging in a cafe. Please do! If anybody wants to write actual fanfiction about Mizuki, please freaking do. And please freaking tag me, bro. Wait, does any exist? This makes me curious. I'm doing an ego check. It probably doesn't exist. It's probably gonna be Homura Akemi. Oh, it's Mizuki from Blue Eye Samurai. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. Oof. Oof. Dang. Somebody's gotta get on that. I need somebody on the wiki, and I need somebody on AO3. Lock in! Mizu-sama and ex-Leon and Bucky fanfic. I mean... If anybody feels any creative liberty to do such a thing, I mean, I won't stop you. I won't stop you. I could also tell you that my goat, Windy Wonderful, my beautiful wife, would also probably have no issue with fanfic of me and her together. In fact, I think she'd encourage it. Should I mention France in this instance? It would be fitting. It would be fitting. It would be fitting. I'm getting PTSD from Wattpad. Wattpad decided to absolutely annihilate its own fan base, bro. Did you see that they added like a new thing to their TOS, and it was basically like you cannot write smut anymore. You cannot write smut on Wattpad anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, that's like a huge majority of your audience. That's what made you, Wattpad. That's what made you. That's what made you. When did that happen? It was recent. It was fairly recent. It was like within the last 2 or 3 weeks. But they added that guideline and I was like, huh? You're alienating a good, like, maybe 75% of your audience. They censor everything, they shoot them in the foot. Literally, that's crazy. L Wattpad, I agree. This is why I'm on AO3. AO3 is my goat. Wasn't Wattpad known for the smut at the end of the day? It was. That's what made them. You know, that's why I was like, damn. They bit the hand that fed them, you know? Now everybody's gonna be moving over. Everybody's gonna be moving over. I've never been on fanfiction.net, but I've only been on AO3. And then Wattpad really early on. Really early on, I had some really awful fanfics I wrote in, like, middle school. But then I converted to AO3 and became an intellectual. Tumblr all over again. I was also on Tumblr. That is also true. I forgot about Tumblr. I think Tumblr's still, like, up and going. I'm using web novel more lately. With enough motivation, you can find a gem. I never heard of that one before. I'll have to lock in one day. I'll have to lock in one day. Maybe. Mizu, I would like to apologize for breaking my stream streak. It's okay. It's no worries. No worries. I'm just happy you're here at all. You know? I know life happens. I know stuff gets in the way. I know sometimes you're just tired after work and you're just like, I just won't go bed. And that's a-okay. That's a-okay. The fact that you come back and watch me stream, and the fact that some of you go and watch the VODs, or all of you go watch the VODs, I don't know. It's enough for me. It's enough for me. It makes me happy just to see you guys come back. So, no worries. My stream streak was lost a long time ago, and it's okay! And it's okay! Never feel guilty for that. Life is crazy, man. Life is crazy. I understand. I understand. With all the hell stuff that's been happening with me, I understand. Don't worry. Don't worry. You are all okay. Okay, I gotta drink more water, man. I gotta drink more water! Oh! I remember what else I wanted to talk about. Chat! Chat! Guess who just finally watched Project Hail Mary? Guess who did it? I did. I finally watched it. It was really good. I really liked it. Was me yesterday? I went on PK. Whoa! Oh, I hope you feel better soon, Russell. Food poisoning is not fun. Banger movie? It is so good. Rocky was my fave. He's such a silly guy. I am a sucker for a cute little silly creature. And it's extra points if it's a puppet. It's extra points if it's a Muppet or a puppet. Because I eat it up. Literally, my comfort movie is Jim Henson's The Labyrinth. That movie is so peak. I need you all to hop on Jim Henson's The Labyrinth, okay? It's so peak. It's so good. It's so silly. My favorite character is Ludo, if you're wondering. Besides Jareth. Jareth the Goblin King is also my goat. The Labyrinth is so peak. It is so peak. I'm way better. My stomach pumped. I have never puked about. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I'm glad you feel better though. If only I watched movies. It's okay. You just gotta put it on your watch list. Even if it's just sit on your like what is it called? Backlog. Sit on your backlog for a while. I low-key cried while watching Hail Mary. I didn't. I held strong, but I almost did. I almost did, but I held strong. I held strong for that one. You know what I was a sucker for crying at? Spider-Man. I won't say anything more, but that was the last movie I cried at. Oh, and The Odyssey. I also cried at The Odyssey. There's one specific scene. There's one specific scene that just made me cry. Me and my homies for movie night to be motivated enough to watch anything, and that's fine too. You can make a fun time out of it. I haven't watched The Odyssey yet. It's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful movie. I watched it while sick out of my mind, not like where it's like sick as in my body was sick, not as in I could spread anything. It wasn't like an actual illness. It was just my body like literally shutting down a little bit. Anyway, I was not feeling good like at all. And I went to go see it in like IMAX for like 70mm version. Dude, I sat down feeling so awful, and then the movie started and I was just so engrossed that I completely forgot everything. Like I was just in it. I was in it. I was in the movie. Like I can't explain it more than I was just in it. And I finally felt normal for a good like 3 hours. Like that's how engrossed that movie got me in. And I think that is the highest compliment I could possibly give to that movie. It's so good. It's really good. I will not spoil anything from it though, so because I am very much a person that's like, I am not gonna spoil anything because I love that feeling whenever I'm watching something new and I feel like it inspired me or it just made me feel emotions, and it just I love that feeling and I want more people to feel that way. So I don't spoil things. Welcome in! Also, hello, Jordan. Welcome in. Last movie I cried on was Homeward Bound 1. I haven't seen Homeward Bound. I've heard of the name before, though. Community movie watch-along? Maybe one day. We still gotta make it through the Resident Evil series with members. Hello, Pablo. Welcome in! I feel like I remember. It's okay. I'm dyslexic, so I can still read your misspellings. That's my superpower. Despite not being able to spell, I am perfectly able to read misspellings of words easier than I am the actual words. Which is really funny. Very glad to have Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider. We are blessed with such an actor. He's been wanting to play that role for like ever. I think he said one of his like what was it? He said that if he could only watch like one movie for like the rest of his life, I think he said it was Ghost Rider. So he's like literally been a fan of Ghost Rider for like ever. Classic Mizu-sama. Classic Mizu-sama with her dyslexia. I know. It ain't complicated to read misspellings. That's true. But also, it's easier for me. Which is the weird part. It's easier for me to read the misspellings than it is like actual words. Like actually spelled correctly words. I have no idea what stream of yours I was in, but I know I was in one. You were in one. I do remember seeing you. I also can't remember what it was. It was most likely Marvel Rivals ? It could have been. It could have been anything. But I'm glad you're back. Welcome back. Good thing the joke flew over your head. Anyway. I'm pressing the wrong buttons. I'm very smart. Help. Help. Gulp. Glad to see Mizu-sama hasn't changed since I was gone. I've never changed. I've never changed ever. Oyasumi. Evil genius personality is taking control forever. I'm forever evil and scary. Anyway. I'm excited. Guys, I'm super excited. I'm super excited for everything that's going to be happening. Yippee yippee yippee! Guys, you want to know something else I've also been doing whenever I need like a break? I boot up Hololive Dreams. And I just play Pokojan. I play Pokojan for like 2 hours to de-stress. But you know what it does? It stresses me out more. It stresses me out more! Because I've always put up against a guy that gets like 10 Pokejans in a row. And I'm always stuck with cards that are almost perfect but not. And then everybody else are holding onto their cards because they're stingy. They're stingy and they're not putting down their cards that they don't need. I had one guy that had what was it? I was waiting so desperately for a Shion card. I think her name is Shion. I was waiting forever for Shion. And they kept putting down like Gen 2. They kept putting down Gen 2. They had the exact Shion card I needed. They waited until I had no choice but to put down one of my Shion cards to put down their Shion card. I could have won it all, but instead I went in debt. I didn't actually go in debt. It's the silly little game tokens. I still can't play it because I have my rhythm games drawer full. Yeah. Call of Duty is so silly goofy. I just play it sometimes to like de-stress, but I actually stress myself out more. Because I get really into Poco-chan. I'm gonna be a professional Poco-chan player. I need them to make like the actual card game real. And then whenever I get well enough to go to like... Whenever I get like physically like well enough to be able to go to like Off-Kai or something, I need to play it with Windy. I need to play it with Windy, Nui. I need to play it with them. I feel like that would be a banger video. We play Poco-chan in real life. Please come get stressed playing flashbacks to mining in Minecraft. Literally though, why is that so stressful? It's literally the main point of the game of Minecraft is to mine, but being in caves is so stressful. You are playing freaking Metal Gear Solid in those caves. This week I was thinking about bringing back Metal Gear Solid, but then I realized how stressed that game makes me, so I decided to hold off until maybe next week until I don't have the heart monitor on. So I was like, maybe we don't do that this week. Maybe we wait until next week. Because I still gotta finish all of Metal Gear Solid 2. Unless... I don't know. My cousin is a huge, like, Metal Gear Solid fan. Like, he's been obsessed. He's about as obsessed with Metal Gear Solid as I am with Resident Evil, right? And I was talking to him about how I was playing the games and how I stopped because the mini-map absolutely fried my brain. And and he was like, you know there's a remake that you could play, right? And it's pretty fine. Like, it's okay. Like, you could play the remake. And I was like, can I? And he was like, yeah. I don't think anybody will be mad at you for playing the remake. It's pretty solid. And I was like, okay, so I don't know whether or not I want to play the remake and just start over, or if I want to keep playing 2. So real, my comfort rhythm game either relaxes me or stresses me out enough to rage quit. Literally, that is it. That is most rhythm games. What game is that? Do you not know Hololive Dreams? It's an app. It's an app rhythm game. I'm assuming that's what that comment was for, and not Metal Gear. In my case, I love Metal Gear Solid Rising. Revengeance. Top tier soundtrack. Is that what it is? Is that what 2 is? Like the remake? I never really know because all of them have names, but also don't have names, and it's so confusing to me. Wait, is the remake for Metal Gear Solid 1 or 3? Oh, do they not have a remake for 2? Or a remaster or something like that? Metal Rising Revengeance plays like a Devil May Cry or Bayonetta, so it's a spin-off. Oh, it's a spin-off. Did they not? Hair jump scare. No, they... Wait, did they? Hello? Or they're going to? I don't know. I'm confused. Where am I? Where am I? There's so many Metal Gear games that I'd never know. There's so many of them. So many of them that I don't know. I don't know. I get lost in the sauce. Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind. I know of the PS2 and Metal Gear Solid collection versions, which I don't know if there's a significant difference. I think I have the collection version, so I don't know. I plan on hopping back on that horse at some point in time, but not when I have a heart monitor on. We'll have to wait until after that's done. We'll have to wait. Gotta go. Okay, we got Mizu Hound. Thank you for hopping in and saying hi. Thank you, thank you. Wait, yeah. But yeah. I know there's a difference between Metal Gear Solid 3 and on the PS2. The PS3 updated version and then the remake from last year. There's so many. There's so many. My brain is melting. I think they're having a new thing that's coming out too. Like not too long from now. What's the one that the song is from? Yeah, Thursday they're having a drop of like a new one that's coming out. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 2 and Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of Patriots Master Collection version. Aliens. I need to play Alien Isolation. I feel like I'd like that game. Just because I like Xenomorphs. I think they're cool. Not remake, port. Oh, it's a port. Understood, understood. Also, I think I've decided that when the Resident Evil games go on sale again, I'm gonna play the original 1 through 3. And I'm gonna hard like force myself to play those games. And learn how to play those games. You're gonna see me get frustrated, you're gonna see me crash out at controls. Never at the games, but at the controls. Because I'm not used to them. But I feel like it might be easier doing it on PC than it would be on a controller. Unless I'm forced to play on a controller, which I hope not. Anyway, I think I'm gonna force myself to play those games whenever they go on sale next. Hopefully they go on sale somewhere close to Halloween, so I can stick them into spooky month and my birthday Everyone, don't forget that my birthday is the 31st of October. Better get your presents ready. I'm joking. You don't need to bring presents. The only thing I require is presents as in you being there. That's it. The other definition of presents. Can never forget Mizu-sama's birthday. Thank you! That's what I keep being told. My game review YouTubers at least. I see. Yeah, we don't forget that. Good. I still have the Guns of Patriots on disc. My first Metal Gear Solid game that led me into the rabbit hole. Whoa! I see. There will be a return of Solid Mizu. Solid Mizu will return. At Avengers Doomsday. Okay. How long have I yapped for? About an hour. Hour of yapping into writing time. Okay, how do I want to do this? How do writers usually go about planning out their stories? I don't actually know, despite being in a creative writing class. There are plenty of people from back in late 2004, hello, to 2024, early 2025, that I really can't forget. I debuted in 2024. Wahaha. Okay, how do I want to do this? 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 Maybe I want to do something like hiccup. How do I want to do this? Maybe I get my tablet. I have my... Do I have my thing? Do I have my thing? I do have my thing. Okay. So I would just need to plug it in somewhere. Understood. Let me grab it. You're gonna see me look weird. Momentarily. And I was there. You were there! I think a good majority of you were there when I debuted. And if not, then a good portion of you found me through Resident Evil stuff, which is also really nice. Bum, bum, bum. I just realized I need to keep this on because I gotta now bend and look for... Fast Walker, hello! Welcome to the stream. Give me a sec. Sorry, I'm currently doing tech stuff because I didn't do this earlier. If any of you saw my wire management, I think you'd disown me as your Oshi. I fear like I would be disowned. It's incredibly bad. It's incredibly bad. It's incredibly bad. You would hate me. I am a menace, but I also advertise myself as a menace because I'm evil. So therefore, who's really in the wrong, huh? Who's really in the wrong? I played the Resident Evil on Switch too. Let's go. I'm thinking about putting Resident Evil Requiem on my throne, the PS5 version, because there's no PS4 version, just to have a physical copy of it before PlayStation yoinks all physical copies away, and I can say that I have every single Resident Evil I can on PlayStation. Every single one that I can get my grubby little hands on, that is. There's a few that elude me. Even though I don't have a PS5, it would be for the collection. For the collection! What the freak? Hell. I can't plug thing. Dog struggles to plug cord in computer. The musical, the movie, the show. Hello. Please go in whole. Smile. Please. 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 No. No. It just wants to be difficult with me. It just wants to be difficult with me. Fuck my Chungus life. Dun 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 dun. Please. There it goes. Finally. 10 trillion years later. Holy cow. Oh, and then I turn it upside down like a goober. Then I turn it upside down like a goober. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? Okay. Now I gotta go. Let me do this. Let me do this. This. Fine. And then this, maybe. That works. That's good enough. Whoa. You know what? Yeah, sure. Why does it look like that? Hello? Oh, that's why. Okay. Alright. And then, actually... Let me fix this. Let me fix this thing. Maybe that's it. Good enough. Good enough, dare I say. Good enough. Okay. Anyway, hi guys. Hi guys, I got it to work. I got everything to work. Everything's working. Don't be afraid. Let me grab this. Oh, not that. This. No. This. There we go. There we go, gamers. I wonder if it'll work with... Oh, it's... Why is it inverted? Is it because did I put it in the wrong way? Is it this way? Ah, it is. I figured it out. I am a smart dog sometimes. Anyway. Welcome to the planning room. Welcome to the planning room where Mizu plans shit. I plan things here. We plan things here. This is the plan. This is the plan. Oh god. It's been so long since I've worked on an actual tablet that isn't like an iPad. What's the plan? The plan! Oh god, my writing's atrocious. The plan. There's no I in plan. Wait, is there an I in plan? No, it's not. The plan. There we go. That looks nice. There is if you want one. Listen! Okay. So. This is for the Mizuverse. Project. How do you abbreviate project? PJK? PJK dot Mizuverse. Nice. My writing's all freaking squiggly, but we'll deal with it. Hello, HH! Welcome in! Welcome to Project Mizuverse. We're doing the first planning session. Welcome in, welcome in. And our first planning session focuses on... This is gonna be a hard word for Mizu to spell it. I'm gonna spell it incorrectly, and I need you all to understand that I am not a perfect person. I know! I know! And I'm also dyslexic, and I don't know how to spell shit. So, we're just gonna do our best. But it is. My A is so ugly. Oh, it's so ugly. Oh, it's so ugly. Wow! Apocalypse! Woo, 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 woo! Everybody knew this was gonna happen. Wow, is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised by that? Okay, we're gonna put little parentheses around it. This is the main one we're gonna be focusing on, right? So, here's what I've been cooking. Here's what I've been cooking. I've been cooking, okay? I've been cooking. Are you guys taking notes? Good, good. You're gonna be quizzed on this later. By quizzed, I mean I'm gonna actually try. Okay, so here is what our apocalypse setting is like, okay? Our apocalypse setting is there's a new zombie. And I'm gonna put zombie in quotation marks because I don't know if I'd count them as zombies, but they spread virally like zombies. So For these purposes, they are not zombies, but they are going to be working as this world's zombies, okay? And you have 3 stages. You have 3 stages of infection. Okay? It's gonna be a wait for Barista Mizu-sama. Barista Mizu-sama will have a twist on her. I wouldn't make her regular. Regular smegular. There's nothing regular smegular about Mizuki, okay? Just know. I have to get my notes over here. Zombie adjacent? I wouldn't even say they're adjacent to zombies, Heike. They're just working as this... Because it's still an apocalyptic setting, but instead of using classic zombies, I decided to make my own kinda viral infection type creature. I should probably move these up. I should probably shrink these and move these up or down. I don't know. Let's shrink these a bit. I made them quite big. I need more room. I need more room for everything that I need to do. Okay. Alright, so you have 3 stages. I'm gonna write these in blue for fun. Because we'll switch it up every now and again. I have notes. I have notes. Okay, so you have 3 stages. That's stage 2. Stage 1. Stage 1. Okay. It's not selected onto anything. Okay. Ha! Okay, you got stage 1, which are the hounds. You got stage... Is it the hounds that I named it? Let me look at my notes. Let me look at my notes. Oh, okay. I switched. Maybe I should switch. We'll see. I'll have you guys' take on it. Okay, stage 2 are the mutts. And then stage 3 is the alpha. These are my world zombies. These are my worlds, like, this is my zombie apocalypse, quote-unquote zombies. They act as zombies, but they're not zombies. They're not zombies. It more works like a werewolf kind of infection. If that makes sense. But those I might switch hounds for mutts. Cuz I think mutts sound less scary than hounds do. So maybe I switch those two. Maybe we switch those. What about Resident Evil Day? I can't use actual Resident Evil monsters in my own lore, or else I will be sued by Daddy Capcom. What's for stage 1 sounds more right. I feel like it does too. I don't know what I was on, because I think I had it originally that way, and then I switched it up again. And then I switched it up like a 3rd time. Okay, so maybe we switch those two. Let me switch them. We're gonna do this, the silly... No, actually, I'll just rewrite it. It's fine. I won't be lazy. We'll rewrite it. We'll rewrite it. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Sometimes my pen doesn't register. There we go. I think that sounds better. I feel like that looks better. That's how the infection works. 3 stages of the infection. Bum, 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 ba, dum, dum. And then this is like the entities. This is the entities bracket. And that's all I have so far. And that's it. I made monsters and then I called it a day. That's literally all I did. That's why I was just like, I really need to lock in here and make more stuff with this because all I have are monsters and that's it. So, do we get a demon dog again? Yeah! Do you see that little guy? Wait, actually, let's see if I can point to him. This guy... Oh. Sorry, my bad. Do you see this guy right here? This one. This guy. This guy right here. Do you see that guy? Next to Mika. This one. Do you see him? This little guy. Right here. This guy. He is the Mika of the zombie world universe. Or quote-unquote apocalypse universe. I don't know if I'm gonna keep calling it zombie world. Whatever. The apocalypse world, he is apocalypse world Mika. That's who that guy is. And he reads out Twitch messages and Twitch super chats when given donations and things like that. But yeah, this guy right here, this is Apocalypse Mika. But he still doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a name. He doesn't have a name. So, I thought that we have a fun, silly, goofy time where the silly people on both this site and silly people on this site, they get to choose. You have to discuss You guys get to discuss a name and then poll. And then we put a poll in both chats, and whoever comes out on top with the best amount of percentages, I will add both percentages over. I will add both percentages of the vote. Whoever has the best percent gets the name. Does that make sense? I don't know, but I can never take the word alpha seriously anymore. I only do because I made the creature that I'm talking about. And I couldn't think of anything other to call it. And it was my first time doing creature concepts and creature drawings. So I'm actually pretty proud of myself for being able to really push myself. Also, welcome Blaze. Hi, hi. But yeah, that's what we're doing with this sad little no-name guy who lives in Mika's shadow. I keep wanting to think that I can erase naturally, but I can't. Big erase. But that's what we're doing at some point in time. I don't know if we want to do that today. I don't know if we're ready to do that today. The alpha is just technically a dad? I don't know. I always assume the alpha is always, you know, the alpha is just the leader of the pack, you know? So with these guys, if you're the leader of the pack, you must be pretty powerful. It's just the way wolves work, you know? Since my monsters are based off of wolves, it only felt right. It only felt right. Alpha is one of those words where context changes my feelings about the word. I agree fully with that. That's how I feel too. That's how I feel too. Context is really important. Okay, we gotta make more about our setting. So let's put Mizuki up here. Freaking heck. Mizuki. Mika. Demon dogs. Setting. Ah! There we go. Hello, Amelia. Welcome in. In actual wolf behavior, I mean the strongest one is usually the dad because he's the older one, since most of the pack is just the cubs. I guess so. I don't know. I feel like the alpha can be challenged by whoever is the strongest. Maybe we gotta watch some wolf documentaries. Ow! No one can defeat the alpha. Stand behind me, kitten. I've got this. Okay. Okay. Let's get... who do we want to get out of the way first? Do we want to get Mizu out of the way first? Do we want to get Mika out of the way first? Or do you guys want to start planning your own lore? Or do you need to know more about all three of these before you can figure out your own lore? Because... oh, okay. Guys... I'm cooking. Yeah. Yeah. Agreed? I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I'm having thoughts in my brain. I'm having thoughts in my brain. Thoughts are happening. I keep needing more room. And I need to make my pen smaller. Where's my pen size? Where's my pen size? It needs to be smaller. Really, that's good enough. Ah, it's so annoying. The word got morphed since a paper got released last century where the word got used to describe the leader, not knowing it was just a family. Then the author regretted using that domination because it's not entirely accurate. Thus, popular media use the word synonym as strongest. I see. Oh, go! Hi! And then the internet happened and I can't take the word alpha in any context but chemistry serious. Then Wendy will be the alpha so we could have an enemy to lovers fanfic. I kind of already wrote angst in my head about this, and I kind of have a design for Wendy that I did for fun. That's what I did. I made Yuri angst before I actually locked in and started writing the actual story, guys. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that I instead of fully fleshing out my world, I instead made Doomed Yuri? Isn't that crazy? It's because I had this whole storyline in my head for an MV that I wanted to do for the release of this model. I wanted to make like a whole like cinematic storyline with the music video that I was releasing, but then I ended up saying no because it would cost so much money for all of that to work out. It would cost so much money. It would cost so much money. And I unfortunately am not that rich, especially with all the medical bills that I had to pay. So. Ah, thank you for the gifted memberships! Hello?
At Fen_DX just gifted 1 memberships.
Wait. Thank you, Fen. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you!
Fen D gifted at Moon and Night Rabbit a membership.
If you got gifted a membership, be sure to thank. Be sure to thank. Thank you for the 2 gifts. Thank you. Imagine. But yeah. Okay, so leader of survival group. I feel like my writing got so much better as soon as I, like, changed my pen size. Wow, that's more like my writing. Holy cow. That's crazy how that works. This is true because this is what I'm actively like making. I'm making like a bestiary. I'm like making a bestiary for all the monsters that I'm making. Because I want to use it. I want to use it for the debut. Mizu-sama might be a doctor IRL. I am not a doctor whatsoever. If I was a doctor, I would be able to diagnose whatever the hell I have. Finer tips do tend to have nicer writing in my experience. That is true. I would love to one day write with like an actual quill. I've never written with an actual quill, but I feel like it would be so satisfying to write with an actual quill. One of these days, I will do it. I want to write on an actual quill and I want to send a letter to somebody with a wax seal. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do one day. I don't think a self-diagnosis is a good thing. In many cases, that's true too. What else do I need to know about Mizuki? Mizuki! Mizuki does things. I have to go, but thank you for the stream. Gotta take my... Okay, Oyasumi Surasso, thank you for coming in. Have a good rest of your night. Please be sure to rest and take care of yourself. But I'm... Like that one guy who's a self-taught heart surgeon? What? That's scary. I don't like that. Okay. Brain... I need my neurons to activate. I need my Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast to activate. I need the trap card in my brain to activate. This is all I have right now. How do I write character? All I can think about is little things. Because these are my favorite guns of Resident Evil. I said it. They're now my canon weapons. They're now my canon weapons in my zombie apocalypse world. Okay. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got! I know this looks awful up here. I'll fix it so you guys can actually maybe read it. There we go. And then I'll put an asterisk right here. Because this name will change. Okay. Let me switch it to a different color. A revolver shotgun sounds cool, not gonna lie. It's two different guns. I have both guns, but I don't know how to make a revolver shotgun. I feel like that would be too clunky to use. Because you have to be close range and then it takes a while to reload. It might take double the time to reload, because shotguns take a long time to reload too, huh? Let's go gambling! Okay. Mika's a German Shepherd in this world. Well, depending on the model. Bam. Bam! Search up SR410. Is that a gun? Mimi know nothing about guns unless they appear in hit game Resident Evil, let me tell you what. Oh my god, there is a revolver shotgun. That's crazy. Such a thing does exist. I mean, the most lethal distance is short range, but not a nothing burger. If you get a little far away from your target. I see. Naruhodo. Okay, demon dogs. What color do you want to be? What color do you want to be? What color? Choose thine color. You get to choose a color. You have every color under the rainbow. There are a couple revolver shotguns. I see. Black. Me? Red? We could keep it on red if you want it red. Or we could go black. If somebody says white, they are vetoed. You can have gray. You can have gray. How about maroon? So it's darker than red. But if they specifically said bone white, then they are getting vetoed. Here, you can't just say it on the other account and assume that I won't notice. I simply will notice. I'm making it maroon. I'm making it maroon. You guys are maroon now. There you go. That's the color. That's the color. Okay, you guys are... Hello, Levi, welcome in! Demon cat, I'm not a cat! Not a cat. You guys are survivors. Find... Wait, no. Found... Mizus... what would you even call it? What would you call... like a safe place to stay during an apocalypse that's like a community? Do they have a word for those? Like, what was like... in The Last of Us, what was like the town that they all stayed in the second one? Like, what was it called? Safe Haven? Is there another word for it? Quarantine? Safe haven? I'll call it safe haven, but it's gonna be called the Requiem still. Is safe haven. So, that's just not a word anymore. Sanctuary might be a better word. Hello. It stopped. Sanctuary might be the word I was looking for. Oh, stronghold! No, stronghold is better. Stronghold. And then in parenthesis, Requiem. That's what it's called. The stronghold is called Requiem. Because that's my little village and I am the leader. And I am the leader of the Requiem stronghold. So I can still say, welcome to my Requiem. And it still works for the apocalyptic setting because the Requiem is for the dead. And with an apocalypse, there's going to be a lot of dead and remembering the dead. So this all still works! This all still works. This all still works. And then my special attack unit will be called the Demon Dogs. Of course. So everybody who is under me is a part of the Demon Dogs. This will be a requiem for the evil residents. Exactly, exactly. Okay, setting. The setting... Do we want this to be futuristic? No. I want this to be more retro. Since this is based off of Resident Evil, right? Let's get purple up in here. Let's get purple up in here. Okay, let me move Mizuki so you guys can see. Julep. Over here now. Okay, less retro. Maybe not as retro as I want it to. Retro, I feel, sounds like it's too... Retro, like 80s, 90s. Yeah. I'm thinking 90s. So it's like... 90s... setting. VH... Wait, what is it? Box... TVs... Satellite... and radio. I was about to flip if you said 2000s were retro. No! I'm thinking retro games. Like, I'm thinking like old school, like Lara Croft kind of like vibe. You know? If I were to put this in a video game, original Jill Valentine. You know, I'm setting it like if it were in Mizu knows Ball? Of course I know Ball. Of course I know Ball. Who do you take me for? Who do you take me for? Satellite radio. Is it called RCT? RCT. That's the kind of aesthetic that I'm kind of going for. This is less about the setting of the actual world and more about the setting I want to go for. Thank you for the membership, Pablo!
At Pablosauriosp joined the Demon Dogs. At Pablosauriosp celebrates 10 months of membership. Underscore Mizupat colon underscore Mizupat colon underscore Mizupat.
Thank you, thank you! Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. We are currently having oh, CRT is the what? Okay, sorry, my dyslexic ass. I was trying to think of the name of the box TV, but I couldn't think of what it was. CRT. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I always mix it up because they're always 3-letter abbreviations and I always mix it up. Stands for Kadhor? Kadhord? Ray tube. The thing that makes the box TV show images. Whoa! I probably butchered that terribly. Hello, Goomba, welcome in! Thank you for the 13 months.
At Goomba Goom joined the Demon Dogs. At Goomba Goom celebrates 13 months of membership. Underscore Mika Dance underscore Mika Dance underscore Mika Dance.
Thank you so much for the membership. Those heavy ah TVs, yeah, the heavy ah ones. I had one that still worked for a while until it died on me in 2019. Boo! Tomato, tomato. I loved that little TV. Now I got a flat screen. I like my flat screen too, but I miss my old little silly TV. I miss it. But as for the actual, like, world, I will make it a different text. The actual world notes will be orangey. And I'll make it little stars. Nature. Reclaim. Rubble. Slash ruins. I love playing 90s and 2000 games on CRT and the scanlines add to the charm.
At Twilight Dragon 3 joined the Demon Dogs.
Ah,
At Twilight Dragon 3 celebrates 15 months of membership. Proud to serve in the Mizu army. Underscore Mizu Pat.
Yay! I'm glad to have you a part of the Demon Dog army. And soon a part of the Demon Dog survivors! Ba-da-bum. Don't forget dial-up internet. How could anybody forget? How could anybody forget? For it took 10 million years for an image to load. Let's go! But yeah, this is what we got. This is what we got with our planning. This is good. This is good. This is great. Lurk, I'm gonna continue watching Yuri anime. Okay! Thank you for popping and thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. Was fortunate enough not to care about internet at time to be bothered by it. Yeah. That's good. I like it, Mizuki. Thank you! Can you guys even read my messy ass freaking writing? It's so ass. I promise my writing doesn't look like this normally. It's just because I'm using my tablet to write and it's not a screen tablet. If it was a screen tablet, it would look a lot nicer. But I don't have anything to like show my iPad onto the screen, and even if I did, it'd probably dox me somehow, some way, and that scares me. That scares me. So instead we have this. Instead we have this. Okay. So we have, this is the plan. This is the plan. The plan is now written. So this is all the stuff that happens during the apocalypse. Then I have to sit down and hit my head against the wall until I figure out what I want to do with my own personal lore before the zombie apocalypse, because I'm gonna do the events that lead into it, the quote-unquote zombie apocalypse. Anyway, okay, let me go here for a sec, because now we're gonna actually start writing. Actually, I did start writing a little bit. Just a wee bit. Yes, I have a plugin that makes my Google Docs in night mode, okay? I write a lot of things, and I do a lot of writing, and the bright white background just sears into my brain if I look at it for too long. So yes, I got a plugin to make my Google Docs have a night theme so I don't sear my eyes out like that one guy in SpongeBob. Night mode is mandatory. It is, and I'm upset that they didn't include it. Okay. Because I did start writing it a little bit. It's kind of eerie, and I hope you guys like it. You could tell who I was influenced by. You could tell who influenced my thoughts regarding my writing. Okay, let me... Let me put that there, and then we'll move Mizuki over. Ah! Okay. Ah! I don't want to add emojis. I don't want to add emojis. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. Okay. We're good now. We're good now. Okay. I can put this down now. I don't need this for a bit. If at all anymore. Anyway. So. Emojifies your story. No! Don't do that now. Okay. I might be able to put my... I should be able to put that this away. There it goes. Okay. We're into typing simulator now. We're in typing simulator now. This is what I got so far. Wow! Wow! Anyway, this is so spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Put it in big bold letters. Spoiler alert! This is something that I'm going to be working on and I'm going to be trying out. I want to make my lore video for this upcoming model into an ARG video. So think Local 58, think Mandela Catalog, think Gemini Home Entertainment. I want to try something and really challenge myself into making a lore video that's kind of like that. So I'm starting off with a fake made up government service from like a government that I'll make up in my head of the setting that is gonna be all like CTR freaking the box TV kind of like warning that's going to be spread out to, you know, it would be like the creepy. I'm very inspired by the really creepy like Local 58 one where it's like, if America has fallen, you know the one. You know the one. Bigger thingy than the Warmajack code you did on your second debut? Yeah, this is gonna be bigger. I'm really gonna be pushing myself. I'm really gonna be pushing myself. I'm really gonna be pushing myself. But yeah, this is what I got so far. I want to write more, but I'm nervous. Ghosty! Welcome in. Hi. Welcome in. But yeah, I want to make like an ARG kind of lore video. That's my goal. Why do I have the ruler out? Ah! Sorry, I jump scared you all, and I am so impossibly sorry for that. I just flashbanged you all. I wish I could watch all the debut videos. I mean, you can. They're all still up. Ah, I'm sorry. I didn't know that did that. I didn't know that did that. I'm bad. I'm sorry. Light mode, it's gone. I vanquished it. Don't worry. I didn't know that's what that button did, and I thought it would remove the ruler, because usually the R button removes rulers, but apparently here it does not. That was a jump scare for everyone, and I deeply, humbly apologize. Anyway. The light can't hurt us anymore. It can't! You're safe! Okay. I'm gonna write out like stage directions too for my editing process. How do I want to do this? Asterisks, maybe? Italics. How do I do italics? Like this? Okay. Stop. Green then starts to cut out and into a bunch of different images. Realistic hounds. Realistic stage 1. Stage 1. Stage 2. And stage 3. Infections. Yes, I know I changed up my look as I was typing. I'm very, very powerful and I can do that, okay? What was that? Nothing. It was just the wind. Is this in italics? Is this what italics looks like? Yes, apparently. What if I made it bold, too? Doesn't do much. Underline. No. That's fine. My dog is tweaking. No! No, she's not! I'm normal. The images seem to be burned into the broadcast. The emergency broadcasts itself. Asterisks. Must have been the wind. Must have been the wind. Anyway. They're staring at me. Hehe. Hehe. They're looking at you. Screen, then. Wait, it's not in italics anymore. Stop that. Screen, then. Glitches into a realistic alpha stage. Infected. Staring right at the viewer for an uncomfortable I can't spell, but it's okay amount of time. Jump scare 1. Jump scare 1. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but that's where jump scare 1 will be. Why is there a stage infected? It. Please make it scary. I hope to. I hope to. I want to. That is my goal. I would like to make whatever I make scary. That is one of my goals. That is indeed one of my goals. Okay. Ooh, I should add like a one of those scary emergency like sirens plays over the image. Some countries has some scary ass emergency sirens. Some places have really scary ones, really eerie sounding ones. So I gotta lock in and figure out which ones have like the scariest one, and I'm probably gonna yoink it. hippopotamus toscroche biphobia? The fear of long words? That's crazy. Our villainess is actually scary? No way. Fork found in kitchen! Fork found in kitchen! Mizu is scary! I am the scariest. I am the scariest. I hope to scare at least a few of you. I don't know if I have the chops to actually make it super scary, but I hope to get at least 1 or 2 of you with a jump scare. Witches to... No, actually, witches and slowly fades. Yeah. Jump scare 1. And then, okay. I'm cooking. Okay, guys. Okay. Black screen. We're gonna go fade into black screen. What happened to my funny? There we go. Fades into black screen. A click of a audio recorder and a voice starts no. Click of an audio recorder starting a new recording. Subtitles in this portion will be yellow, like retro anime. RETRO anime. Mizuki. Yeah, we're cooking. We're cooking. We're cooking! I'm a freaking scaredy cat, so you got a good chance of scaring at least one of us. Let's go! Portion? Only saying that because AudioCrack didn't catch it. What you working on? I'm working on a, I'm working on a lore video. I'm working on a lore video for my next model debut. Because I have been neglecting actually working on it. I've been neglecting actually working on it because I've been streaming. So I've decided I'm working on it on stream. And I'm deciding that I'm making it in the form of a horror ARG. So I'm just scripting it out right here, and I'm literally saying it out loud as I'm doing it, and then you guys will see the finished product whenever the debut happens. But I have a whole bunch of lore building and a whole bunch of stuff. We did some story structure stuff, and now I'm actually just starting to write. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. But yeah, this stream's just very chill vibes. It's just gonna be a lot of Mizu typing and like saying what she's typing. So if you want to put me on in the background while you work, you can. This is kind of one of those streams where it's just very chill, very silly, and then chat sometimes says something and I react. Cool to see progress along the way. I gotta use streams as a way to get myself to do stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. That's my life hack. If you have to do something and you stream a lot, just make it into content. Just make it into content. Usually, most of the time, chat won't mind a chill, silly, goofy stream where you just talk about writing. And to some people, it's actually insightful. And it's, like, interesting to see how your creative mind works. It's like letting them see a little bit about what happens behind the scenes. And that's always fun to look at. You have a writing background? I like writing as a hobby and I took a creative writing class, but that's about all I've gotten. I don't have like an actual like background in writing. I have more of like a theatrical background and a creative mind. So it's like all of those kind of working together to where I just like writing stories. So that's why I very much am a VTuber that doesn't want to like lock myself in a box of being just one thing. That's why this starts the arc of the Mizuverse. I am opening the Mizuverse and we are starting our we are fast approaching our first chapter of Apocalypse Mizuki. So this is me writing about the apocalypse that I'm writing about. Yeah. I'm thinking about whether I want to silo? What does that mean? I'm sorry, I don't know that term. Listen, sometimes I don't know everything. Will the Cult of Mizu make an appearance? Yes! Because I want to use that nun model I made. You guys remember her. Like, hard to commit to my niche. I've made a good progress with Mahjong, but I have a lot of interest, you know. Yeah, I think that's totally fine. Branching out is always good. As the lessons I've taken from Professor L's class, do not put yourself in a box. Do not put yourself in a box. Try reaching out and doing new things. If you get... Because otherwise you're just going to drive yourself off the wall and then you're going to feel like that one thing that you really like is just work. So it's better just to reach out and do a whole bunch of different things. And then if you lose people along the way because they are not interested in the new things, then are they really truly fans of you to begin with? These are the questions. So you got to be okay with... You got to be okay with that. Don't be a square. Don't be a square! Also, hi, Nix. Welcome in. I totally remember that. Yes, I do. That's why I always just kind of do whatever I want to do. Despite the numbers and the analytics. Because I don't want to shove myself into a box. I will try and flex my creative muscles. Okay, okay. Good to hear. Good to hear. Good to hear. Chat, who wants to do fast math for me? Absolutely not. I know I have some math people, maybe, potentially. You could pull up a calculator. I'm just too lazy to. Define fast. I got 8 seconds of delay. Not fast. How many years would 1,000 days be? Because that's gonna be where my starting number is, and then I'll depend whether that goes up or down. Almost 3 years? Almost 3 years? I think that works. 2.73 years. Thank you. It's been 1,000 and could you imagine? Could you imagine? Could you imagine? All of my toggles are freaking... What even button is that I pressed? Hello? I can't get rid of it. Help! Girl, no. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Help! I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Help. Okay, that's where it went. Ah! I'm back. I'm free. I'm free. I forgot typing numbers. I'll have to type it out. You zoomer? I'm not even a zoomer. Dare I say I'm not even a zoomer. The only reason 6'7" comes to my brain a lot is because Wendy Wonderful says it a lot. I blame my wife and our late night Marvel Rivals runs. I don't want to say civilization. What do I want to say? Maybe I should say, instead of lay, maybe... once thriving civilization. I don't want roots. I want rot. Maybe instead of rot, and dug its claws, because they're kind of more wolf-like. It's a more wolf-like infestation. And then civilization is spelled incorrectly, because of course it is. Why am I not surprised Wendy says it a lot? She does. And by a lot, I mean like 3 times. It's been like 3 times. It hasn't even been like a lot. Out of the 3 wives, Nui is the one that probably is the most zoomer out of all 3 of us. Wendy is a close second, and I am the most not. I am so millennial that it hurts. Three times is a lot. It could be worse, you know what I mean? It can always be worse. It could always be worse. No. Yes. Since then, the mutation has festered and evolved with time. Sick. Sick as hell! Among the common mutts you see in every populated zone. Feral things with red, beady eyes and a chilling, hungry grin. How do you spell beady? I don't freaking know. Get back to me on that. Despite looking more human than the others, I guarantee there is no humanity left in those creatures. In those B-E-A-D-Y? B-E-A-D? B-A-D-E-A. It got it. Thank you. And those... How would I describe these guys? There's no humanity left in those. At least you don't say it in Japanese. If that would make it funnier somehow. What? I don't know any Japanese. I couldn't say anything in Japanese. Maybe a little bit. I can only say very basic phrases. But don't ask me to do it off the top of my head. I got a headache. Roku Nana! Not Roku Nana. Or something like that. That is something. That is true. I just got here. That's okay. Mizu cried. No, don't cry. It's okay. Husks of fur and hunger. There we go. That's a fun alliteration moment. Huge alliteration moment! Are we writing fanfic? No. We're writing a lore video. This is a script for a lore video. And I'm going to be describing all the infected. If you thought those were bad, it just keeps getting worse. Not too long ago, I sent out some of my forces to go and gather new go and gather rations for the camp. They barely made it out of the woods alive. So the infection makes people into animorphs? Is that what I'm getting? Less animorphs, more werewolves. Think more werewolves. They're still gonna be on 2 feet. They just get bigger and scarier and more mutated. So they don't look like regular werewolves. They look crazier. Take a regular werewolf, crank it to 10, and that's an alpha. You know, that's where we're at. That's where we're at. I do have a little bit of sketches of them, but I don't want to show them yet. I still want you to, like, not know what they look like. Hello, Angel. Welcome in. Hi, hi. Super werewolf? A dire wolf? Yeah, think dire wolf, but on, like, a werewolf scale. And then make it more Resident Evil coded. They are most similar kind of to the Lycans in Resident Evil 8, but also different. Because they look different. They look different. But that would be the closest thing that I could, like, equate them to. I wonder if someone will make a love story fanfic out of this universe. I hope so! I know I already have. I've written, like, angst with Wendy in my head. Like, with this world that I have set up, my brain focused less on the actual world, and I started actually making, like, Yuri angst in my brain with me and Wendy Wonderful. If I put her in my world, in this world, she would be too good for this world. Though I would love if anybody wanted to write their own... If you guys wanted to write your own, like, stories on how you ended up at, like, my survivor camp, you totally can. You totally can. In fact, I encourage it. I encourage it. But you guys will still all be little silly plush dogs because I think it's funny. So in all drawings of what the what the survival camp looks like, it's just gonna be me with a bunch of silly little plush dogs. Or real dogs. I think I made Mika a real dog, actually, in this world. So you guys can be real dogs, too. No, he's not a real dog. He has the X over his eye, which is meaning that it got lost. Okay, never mind. Anyway, you lost me, Mizu? What do you want me to do? I don't know. What are you doing in tonight's stream? Looks like you're making a game or a story script. It is a story script. It is a story script. We're making a lore script for the next Mizuki model. We're making a story that I get to tell you guys on, like, how this model came to be in the universe that it comes from. Because I'm making a Mizu-verse. I'm making a Mizu universe. I'm making a whole multiverse of Mizukis that live out different lives so I don't trap myself in the one box and I can do as many creative outfits as I so desire in a bunch of different worlds that I so desire. It's lore! It is lore! So yeah. So, would everybody like me to read out what I have so far so you can kind of get a feel of what the hell's going on? I can if you so desire, but I will stumble over my words and I apologize if I do, which is going to be embarrassing because I wrote all of these words. But I can if everybody wants me to. Yeah. Okay. We'll go up here. It looks like it's a lot, but I write big because I have old lady eyes. It's not a lot of text. Okay. This is going to be... This is for a lore video. So I've written this out, like, how I would edit it. As well as the voiceover that will be happening. So... Imagine this. It's a blaring... You're watching TV. It's the 90s. It's the 90s. You're watching TV. You're sitting down on the couch. You're watching TV. TV blue screens. This is a government service announcement. Please remain indoors. There has been an outbreak in your local area. It is not safe to go outside. Keep all doors and windows locked. Remain indoors. If you hear howling, do not engage. If you hear growling, do not engage. If you see its eyes, you're too late. The screen then starts to cut out into a bunch of different images. Realistic stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 infections. The images seem to be burned into the emergency broadcast itself. The screen then glitches and slowly fades into a realistic alpha stage infected. It's staring right at the viewer for an uncomfortable amount of time. Scary emergency sirens play over the image. Jump scare 1. Fades into a black screen. A click of an audio recorder starting a new recording can be heard. Subtitles in this portion will be yellow like a retro anime. Mizuki. That's me! It's been 1,022 days since the infection first dug its claws into our once thriving civilization. Since then, the mutation has festered and evolved with time. Among the common mutts you see in every populated zone, feral things with red, beady eyes and chilling, hungry grin. Despite looking more human than the others, I guarantee there is no humanity left in those husks of fur and hunger. If you thought those were bad, it just keeps getting worse. Not too long ago, I sent out some of my forces to go and gather fresh rations for the camp. They barely made it out of the woods alive. That's where we are. That's where we are. That's where we are. That's what we got. That's all I got. Hands up, that's all I got. That's all I got. Hands up, that's all I got. I really like my beginning. I think my beginning gets you right in. I think it's a good hook. Times New Roman 12 when? Never. Because I wanted it to look more retro, so I did it. I did a more kind of like different type font. And I wanted it to also look more like a script. Because this is, at the end of the day, this is not an essay, it's a script for a video. It's a script for a video. But it's fun. I like doing this. I like writing. It keeps that creative muscle going in my brain. Maybe one day Mizu will write a book. Would you guys buy a book if Mizu wrote it? Would I actually make you guys read? Hiccup. Yes. I'll have to think about that. I'd have to think about that. Maybe one day. Okay. Depends if there's Yuri in it. Probably, knowing Mizuki. For sure I would. Okay. Reading? Maybe I'll just collect it. You could collect it. And then if I'm ever at a convention in person, then I could sign it. Wouldn't that be crazy? They mentioned something about a strange looking mutt. I think that's what I called them, right? Yes. Something about it being more wolf than man. But it wasn't like a werewolf from the books on my shelves. It was something far worse than the monsters that used to hide under our beds as kids. Am I cooking or am I cooking? Its face was... I gotta pull up the drawing I did of this creature to explain it. My plan is to get this page done, then I'm probably gonna end screen. Oh, it's already on my iPad. We're up. Was mangled. As if it had clawed at its own distorted features or me when I have a brain blast of thought and then I just suddenly have to sit here and think for like 5 minutes before I can write the next sentence. Sometimes it's like that. It heard them before they even got there. Wait, horses together. Here, the ones who made it. Yeah. It took down... I was gonna say already, but it has been 2.5 hours. Yes, it has been 2.5 hours. A lot of yapping went into this stream. It took down 3 of my men before they could even react. I trained them well. I knew there couldn't possibly be any mistakes when they went through when they texts when they what's the word? Frick! Ah! Leon! Leon's gone now. When they enacted perimeter protocol. Primates! Not what I wanted. Protocol. Perimeter. There you go. Leon missed Mizu-sama. He did. Emotional support, Leon. I trained them well. I knew there couldn't possibly be any mistakes when they enacted perimeter protocol. I drilled those lessons over and over until it stuck. How did that thing manage to take out 3 of my men? Sigh. Okay. Okay. I think that's all I got in me right now. My brain wants to come up with more stuff, but it's hitting a wall. And that's how I know. That's when I need to take a break and come back to this. Maybe a few hours. A few hours. But we got a lot done. We got a lot done. Yippee. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Alrighty, chat. We did it. We did it! We were productive. I got work done. Hopefully you guys got some work that you guys needed to do done. Let's see. Is there anybody late? Ah, I don't want to open Microsoft Teams. Get out of here. Why are you opening? Get out of here. Don't want you. I don't want you, Microsoft Teams. Boo. Tomato, tomato. Okay, let's see. Is there anybody live that we can raid into? you, Teams. That's what I'm saying. I didn't want to go into Microsoft Teams. I'm good, thanks. I'm gonna raid you guys into XP. I'm gonna raid you guys into XP. I'm gonna raid you guys into XP. How do I... Wait, give me a second. Give me a second, give me a second, give me a second. How do I spell hello? Dun. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. My brain is malfunctioning. Give me a second. Give me a second. One day, I will be Norin. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, there we go. I figured it out. 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 Okay, anyway. I'm rating you all into XP. Okay, be very nice. Be very kind to her. She's very sweet and she has rated us a few times before. She's playing me side. So the horror doesn't stop. You guys are still getting your horror. Despite everything. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your days, evenings, nights, whatever time zone you may be in. I hope this stream has given you some comfort and you also got some stuff done too. And with that, I hope to see you guys tomorrow! I don't remember what I'm doing tomorrow, but we'll figure it out. I think it's Rivals. It might be Rivals. I think it's Rivals. Anyway, Oyasumi-zu! 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 Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye-bye.